Senate to hold crash hearing as lawmakers urge grounding Boeing 737 MAX 8. Washington, March 12. Reuters. The head of a U.S. Senate panel said on Tuesday he plans to hold a hearing on the fatal crashes of two Boeing Co. 737 MAX 8 jets since October as a growing number of lawmakers called on U.S. regulators to ground the airplane. U.S. Senators Mitt Romney and Elizabeth Warren on Tuesday called on the Federal Aviation Administration to follow several other countries and temporarily ground Boeing Co. 737 MAX 8, days after a crash in Ethiopia killed everyone on board one of the planes. Out. Senator Ted Cruz, a Republican who chairs a subcommittee on aviation and space, said it would be prudent to. The calls came as the European Union Aviation Safety Agency and numerous countries including Britain, China, Australia, Germany, France, and Singapore have grounded the aircraft. Warren, a Democratic presidential candidate, said the FAA should immediately. She also called on Congress to review the decision. Romney, the Republican candidate for president in 2012, joined similar calls from Senators Richard Blumenthal and Dianne Feinstein, who are Democrats. The FAA declined to comment on the senators' statements. Regulators around the world and a growing number of airlines are grounding the 737 MAX 8 in the wake of two fatal crashes in 5 months. Sarah Nelson, who heads the Association of Flight Attendants Union, on Tuesday urged the FAA to temporarily ground the 737 MAX fleet, as did Consumer Reports, an influential U.S. magazine. Boeing in a statement on Tuesday did not directly address the senators' comments but said it has full. Boeing added it understands regulatory. The FAA told international carriers on Monday there was no need to ground the plane but it would mandate a software upgrade and training changes by April. Boeing confirmed. U.S. Transportation Secretary Elaine Zhao told reporters on Monday that regulators would not hesitate to act if they find a safety issue. U.S. President Donald Trump, who has been briefed on the Ethiopian Airlines crash according to administration officials, on Tuesday tweeted that airplanes. He added complexity. Trump spoke to Boeing chief executive Dennis Muilenburg on Tuesday after the tweets were issued and received assurances that the aircraft was safe, 3 people briefed on the call said. The call had been in. White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders told Fox News on Tuesday that it was very
Raindrop, truck top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that.